Hello everyone, my name is Sick and welcome to an explanation on how to get voice recognition working for SWAT 4. I wanted to start a new series on this game because I still love it to death, and I figured I would do something new, which was to try it with the voice recognition program. But to my surprise, the option that I needed to click was actually grayed out and could not be clicked. And so I went on a Google search to find the solution to my problem, and I found several things, but none of them were all in the same place. So I figured that this video might help you guys when you're looking for an answer on how to get this stuff to run, because there were 3 things specifically that I did. I'm not sure if all 3 actions are separate or are all needed, or if they're just separate things that you could try to make it work, but I did all 3 in this order and now it works for me, so I figured I will explain all of them all at once. So one thing that you needed to do was go into your SWAT installation folder, then go to Content Expansion, then go to System, and then we go find the user.ini, which is here. Now, I had a copy of this in case this kind of screwed up the game for me, which, you know, would be pretty bad. So this is the original file. It's just a copy, it's a backup. But then this file is the one we opened, or I opened and edited. So once we open this up, you see a big long list of all the kinds of stuff, but we need to be at the very bottom of it. So when we scroll down, finally you see here the last little bit called Engine.SpeechManager. Now this was set to false by default, and I set it to true, and that's about all I did. Now if you don't have this little line in this file, then you can just type it like this and then set it to true manually, and that should work, hopefully. However, if that does not work, then you need to go back to SWAT 4, go to your Elite Force mod folder, open that up, then go to System, and then find, let's see, what was it again? Right, so the thing we needed, I had to have a look for it real quick because I kind of forgot what it was called exactly, but it's called Speech Command Grammar. Now we open this up, and then I searched for 409 because that is basically the language that the game is looking for. It is probably, you know, your default system language, which could be all kinds of different codes maybe, but for me it was 409. I changed it to 809, and if we find this now, it is right there. Grammar lang ID 809. This is what it needs to be. So if it's anything else than 809, then you need to change that to 809. All right, and then you just click this away and save the changes. Now the last thing that I needed to do was find something for Windows, and if you have Windows 10, this should be pretty easy, and this is actually the only way that I know how to do it. But if you have a different system than Windows 10, then maybe you have to look around where you can do this sort of stuff. But I went to my configuration screen, or in Dutch, configuratiescherm. Right, so we open this up, and we have a clock, language, and country region, and I had the option to add, or actually I just clicked on this, I think, yeah. And then we need to add a language, or in Dutch, een taal toevoegen. Or locatie wijzigen, change location. I did this as well, I think. I set my current location to the United States. Not sure if this is changing anything significant. It says extra information for specific locations, like services for local information like the news and the weather. So maybe this doesn't change anything, and this could still be set to the Netherlands for me. I'm not entirely sure. But we do need to add a language. And I added 2. I set the English to the United States. And this is important. I think it doesn't work for anything other than the United States. So if you set it to Australia or the United Kingdom or something like that, then that English version isn't going to work. Now by default I only had Netherlands, right? But we can add a language. Click on that. Let's say we want Arabic, right? So we can open that up. We have all the different, that's a lot of Arabic, man. I had no idea. Holy hell. All right, so let's go for Algeria, I suppose. Now you can open this up. It's apparently set to a different keyboard as well. That is interesting. We have options. We can now download the language package and install it. because by default, if you just click on this and add it, it doesn't do anything yet. You can download it, update it, and at some point there is, for English at least, for English United States, it had, I'm going to cancel this because I don't really need Arabic. Yeah, cancel this please. But anyway, for English United States, I had the option of also downloading a language pack or language recognition, speech package basically. And this is very important because if you don't download that speech package, it is not going to work for you. So you need to download the language, the writing options, all that thing. But most importantly, it needs to be English United States. It needs to be with the speech recognition stuff as well. And that should be in the list of options that you can download. Now, if you've done all that, then you can open up the mod and you should be able to click the speech recognition button in there, and then you can finally talk to your team in real life. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Please leave a like and a comment below if it did. I'm happy to know I helped some people with it, and I'll see you guys for the new SWAT 4 series.